Hello and welcome. My name is Taylor-Leigh and I'm a certified personal trainer, and this is another video in my series where I teach you the most effective exercises for muscle growth and muscle maintenance. So today I'm walking you through a workout for our chest and our triceps. We will be going through 2 sets of each exercise. Feel free to skip around and find exercises that you can do at the gym or at home. But I do recommend that you at least listen to my voice or follow along the workout at least one time so that you can get the important cues and just the knowledge that I'm instilling in you so that you can get the most out of your workout. So with that, we'll be using 2 moderate to heavy weights and then 2 lighter weights. So we'll begin with our warm-up. Feel free to find a comfortable seat. I'll start kneeling, but you can start sitting or even laying down. So we'll just start by tuning into our breath and into our body. Starting to right away integrate the core and pelvic floor by integrating the breath, because the pelvic floor ties into the bottom of the diaphragm. Everybody has a pelvic floor. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly into the spine. Inhale, expand. And exhale, draw it in. As you do that, we're going to inhale, open up the chest. And then exhale, round the spine, bring the forearms together. So these seated cat-cows, just starting to warm up the joints around the muscles that we are working. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your fingers to your shoulders and then extend them back behind you. Bring them in, extend them back. So just bending and extending at the elbow joint for 3, 2, and then we're going to bring them overhead. So tap up and over for 3 and 2 and 1. Do a couple quick shoulder shrugs, shoulder rolls, because the chest and triceps are both connected to the shoulders, and reverse. And then we'll get started on our back, starting with chest press. So bringing your moderate to heavy weights by your side. Be careful when you're rolling down, using your support. Then bring your elbows in, bring the weights in, and then we're gonna bring the elbows to a diagonal, so kind of pointing in between your hips and your chest. Let's take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale, extend the arms up. Inhale, bend, and exhale, extend. Again, right away, utilizing that breath to regulate the intra-abdominal pressure. Although I don't have formal physical therapist education, I have sought out extra kind of education from doctors of physical therapy when it comes to the most effective exercises for our muscles. Inhale and exhale. Utilizing the ground for support. We're going to the point of muscle failure. So you know you're there. When you start to really slow down, you can't even get another rep out of you. That decrease in velocity. When you're done, feel free to wait for me. Or if you notice you have a couple more reps in you, then feel free to keep going. Whew, I think that's my last one. Gently come up and set your weights down. Shake out what you need to. And then we'll be coming into a tabletop to work our triceps. So this one's actually a body weight exercise. So coming into a tabletop, we're going to extend extend or lower the forearms onto the mat, and then exhale, push through the palms. Inhale to bend, and exhale to extend. So we are just bending and extending at the elbow joint. If you need a little more load to those triceps, if it's too easy for you, then shift your weight further over your shoulders. Inhale to bend, exhale to extend. Always exhale on the contraction to provide that core and pelvic floor stem support. So this workout is pre and postnatal friendly. I like to say I started working out like this, really isolating mindfully the muscles when I was about 3 months postpartum, and it was honestly kind of therapeutic for me. Also, as a mom, I just don't have the time or energy to spend to dedicate my life to working out. So I really like taking these like 30 minutes 5 times a week to really focus on muscle growth and maintenance to support my aging and metabolism, my brain health, and really so I just have the strength and energy to take care of my family and to make the most out of life. Whew, I'm almost done here. If you feel like you need a little bit more, then lower halfway and find little half reps. So we're not bouncing like this, although you definitely feel a burn. Burn does not always equate to muscle building, but just find this slow and controlled motion. Ooh, I'm almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. And shake it out. All right. And then when you're ready, you can come back down. So that was one full round of both exercises. You can come back down onto your back and do those chest presses again, or you can stay on your knees in this tabletop, and then we'll be doing chest presses on the ground. So a lot of people think that this is like a push-up, but we're actually going to be in a tabletop. The reason for this is we're sending the weight over our hands. We're going to inhale to bend. Take the elbows and the hands a little bit wider. Exhale to push all the way up. Inhale to bend. So we're sending the load into our chest. When we do something like a plank, then the energy is being dispersed throughout your whole body. And for the purpose of this exercise, we want to be sending the load to our chest because that's what we're isolating. Personally, I think of push-ups as more of a skill. And then we can do the same thing here, finding those half reps, so lowering halfway. Little lift, little lower, trying to really send all of your weight into the chest, picturing the chest. Whew, you got this. For 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. And then we have one more set. This is a super quick workout today, but we're getting it done. If you want more, then feel free to go back and take another set of whichever exercise you preferred of each muscle group. For this last exercise, we're doing skull crusher. So lying all the way back down, taking your light weights, punching them up to the ceiling. On your inhale, bend the elbows so that the head of the dumbbell comes behind the head. Exhale, extending at the elbow joints. Inhale to bend. Exhale, extend. Really just bending and extending at the elbow joint. Nothing else is moving. For this one, it might feel super easy at first, but just wait. Continue to get those reps in. This is why we don't count reps, Because normally we can do a lot more than we think we can if we just give ourselves an arbitrary number like 10. Continue to breathe through those pursed lips, through that straw, kind of pressing that lower back towards the mat. If you need more load to those triceps, you can bring the head of the dumbbell even further behind the head, using physics to create more load to that muscle. Whew. I know I can keep going because I can maintain my speed, but as soon as we see that decrease in velocity, we know we're getting close to the point of muscle failure. Whew. I'm almost done. It's getting harder. Woo, and 3, 2, I think I got one more. All right, and cooling down again. If you want to go back to do the chest and the triceps one more time, please feel free. As I've said before, we can see muscle growth in as little as 1 or 2 sets per muscle group per week, but they have to be hard sets. So we're cooling down, slowing down the breath, slowly moving these arms. And then take a few lying down cat-cows here. Just inhale to open, exhale, slight round as we give ourselves a hug, opening and closing. And then when you're ready, we're gonna calm all the way down. You can spread your legs out long. I like to knock my knees in together for some lower back support, or you can come back up to a seat. Just take these final moments of just doing nothing, calming the nervous system, getting it out of that stressed state. Coming back into the space, bringing your hands to your body, just acknowledging and thanking your body for what it just did, taking this time and energy and effort. Feel free to stay where you are for another couple of breaths or make your way up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout, and I'll see you in the next one.